Okay, hello, welcome to the weather update. It's almost 8 o'clock on May the 16th, 2021. A lot more clouds around today. Not a whole lot of sunshine, especially in the afternoon. A lot of clouds and some dark ones, too, just to our north. You can actually see a little rain falling just to our north today. Another image of it. Maybe that's doesn't look like it's reaching the ground. Looks like that's probably Virga. Another look at that dark cloud to the north. But I felt maybe a couple of drops this evening around 7. But other than that, I mean, it's just been kind of cloudy and gray this afternoon. And there's a little instability in the little trough of instability that's causing these clouds. Looking at the radar now, not a whole lot going on. However, there was activity earlier. So that's why I want to pull up Ventu Sky here, and we're going to look at that. We're going to go rewind the radar. That's what I like about this site. It has a radar rewind feature. So if we go and we look at around 5 o'clock, you'll see some showers over southern Connecticut, Fairfield County, into parts of Westchester and the Bronx, as well as upstate. And there was actually a thunderstorm around Danbury. But none of that really made it here. Kind of fell apart as it moved toward the and what was interesting with these storms is the wind shifted. You'll actually notice here the wind arrow. So we're going to go and look at the observations here right now. Let's go and look at the underground site right now. We're going to look at some of the observations across the area. Now we're in the mid 60s. Obviously, yeah, I still have my air conditioner on because you know the way it is here. This is like yow, it's hot here, and the pollen too, so I don't really want that pollen coming in. Maybe I'll open the windows if it gets a little cooler tonight, maybe, but it's got to be, for it to be cool outside my window, the temperature's got to be at least 60 degrees or cooler outside, otherwise it's too warm. Out, we have to have a temperature reading of 60 degrees or cooler. So let's take a look at Carl Place here, and 64 in Carl Place, 64 in... Let's see, 63 in Hicksville. And I'm going to use this site, actually. We're going to use this one here and Birchwood here. And we're going to show you what happened with the winds and the temperatures dropping today. Because the winds definitely changed direction a lot as you went to the evening. You can see here, if we look at the wind here, let's see, wind direction, you'll see they were reporting south winds. Yeah, south, and then it went to north later on, and that's when the temperature sort of started dropping. Got up into the upper, actually before the clouds rolled in. It was quite warm, but by the afternoon it started cooling off pretty rapidly, and dropping through the 70s and into the 60s by after 5 p.m. And with that wind shift to the north, believe it or not, that actually caused that drop in temperature, which is quite interesting. So it's one example of what happened today across the area. Temperatures generally in the mid 60s everywhere. We have kind of uniform readings now with the wind coming from the north to northeast. Let's go look at this map. This map may not be working today. Yep, does not look like it's working. We could try it again. As I wanted to use this map to show you some observations from the airports. Alright, so you can see here temperatures generally in the mid-60s here, but I want to go and look at the historical and look at the high temperatures today across the area. So, yeah, mid-70s, 75, 73 at Farmingdale, 73 at mid-70s. Not sure if it got that warm or that station is. That's why I like to use this site, because some of the stations on there have a tendency to be a little inaccurate on the underground site. Not all of them, but... And 75 in Miller Air Park west of Toms River, too. So everybody pretty much in the 70s. So we're going to see if we can get some observations here. We'll go look at the Carl Place station. Oh, can't we pull up? Oh, this doesn't let us look at that. It's only the airports that let us look at the past observations. So if we look at Farmingdale, oh, they don't. Oh, you know why? Because I'm a historical. Let me move this over here. If I put this back to station plot, I think it'll let us view. There we go, historical observation. So let's just look at this information here, and you will see here that we have this is Coral Place again, so you could see as we look. Yeah, it was more like mid 70s. I don't think it got up to near 80 today, but I'm just pulling this up to show you what happened around 5 o'clock. The winds went from south with those showers moving to the northwest. For whatever reason, they shifted the winds from the south to the northeast. So we had like a wind shift that occurred around that time. Wasn't really, none of the models were really picking up on that there was going to be a wind shift, but there was indeed a wind shift at that time. So we're going to look at some of the, we're going to look at islip too and see if they have a northwest wind at 7, the dew point 44, 66 mostly cloudy. But you'll see that there was a south wind and then southwest wind, and then it became west at around 5 o'clock and northwest. So, and it's interesting is the dew point actually went up. So I'm not sure if this was from the showers, an outflow boundary, just, something interesting to note. So let's go look at what's going to be happening now as we head into this week, because things are going to be heating up. I'm going to look at the upper air first. And you'll see this ridge start to build as we move the upper air along. You'll see this huge ridge in the east here going way into Canada. That ridge is going to be with us for a while once it sets up. Trough over the west coast there. But we are staying in this ridge, which is going to keep us above normal until maybe it eases. But you can see it looks like we're staying in this ridge once it develops, which means we're going to be above normal. Let's look at the European here. Probably the same deal on the European. Yep, same damn deal. So, yeah. So when we look at our temperature anomaly chart, which we'll go to right now, you will see we'll start going above normal. A little bit above normal tomorrow. A little bit above normal Wednesday. Tuesday. But then once Wednesday comes, you see the bright reds and almost pink colors. That's a huge temperature anomaly right there. That is occurring. And you'll see also that that temperature anomaly kind of just sticks around. We've got it on Thursday as well above normal. Maybe a little cooler on Friday, but the trend is going to be above normal now for the rest of the month. And then maybe we get into some cooler air, maybe as we get toward the end of the month, maybe. But that's, way in the distance. The other thing is the precipitation. We look at the total accumulated precip. This whole week, I'm going to go out till Saturday here, and you can see not a whole lot of rain, except you have to go to the north of us to see some rainfall. So it's going to be kind of on the dry side, too. So let's pull up the surface here. You'll see why with this huge ridge over us. It's generally going to, any showers that would develop, generally going to be inland, and they're going to be very scattered. Nothing really major. So it stays dry this week. You can see dry Thursday with that high. The way it's oriented like that. That is going to kind of keep the heat in, and we'll have to see maybe as it moves on. Maybe we'll get a little more of a sea breeze, but that's going to be hard to predict until we actually get within a day how much of a sea breeze there's going to be. Once Friday comes, it looks like maybe that would be our next chance of some rain around here with perhaps a weak front moving through, and then we'd have to see what happens with that. But other than that, it's just kind of dry across the area, and we're going to be sticking with this dry trend. If we look at the HRRR, the 18Z HRRR, you will see here no rain for tomorrow. Maybe just north of the area, maybe there's some showers, but nothing for Long Island. And same thing for Tuesday. Not really much. Maybe it's got one stray shower, maybe over the Queens-Nassau border around midday Tuesday. But other than that, just not a whole lot going on. What will be changing, however, is our temperatures. So when we look at the temperature outlook, you will see as we go into the night, we'll drop into the 50s. And tomorrow, similar temperatures to today. Temperatures generally in the 70s. And then things start really heating up once we get a little more toward Wednesday. So it cools off nice in the 50s, and then we see things get a little warmer. Here we go on Tuesday. We'll probably get closer to 80. So it only goes out to 17Z on the HRRR, so I'd have to go to the GFS. We get closer to 80 on Tuesday, and then we really start heating up Wednesday. Temperatures well into the 80s, I think, especially Nassau County, New Jersey, New York City, maybe the South Shore and Suffolk County will avoid the 80s. And then it's a warm night, and then that'll get us even warmer for Thursday. Right now, this is showing it looks like there would be a sea breeze on Thursday that would protect Long Island, but well into the 80s in New Jersey, maybe even 90 in parts of New Jersey. And then Friday, we have this front come through, and then a little more into a little cooler for the weekend. The other thing we'll also look at is dew points. Those dew points stay low tomorrow. Dew points generally in the 40s. Dew points stay low Tuesday as well. Wednesday also not that high, but I think once you get into Thursday, you might start feeling a little more humidity. But if you look at these wind arrows, you see they're coming off the ocean, which might indicate a sea breeze, a southeasterly wind on Thursday, which would really help keep us a lot cooler. And then you could see it does keep us kind of humid for Saturday, which this could indicate a stall front type of situation. We'd have to wait until right now it's got a lot of humidity off to the south of us, and then we would have to wait until the end of the last days of May for some drier air to come in and get rid of the humidity. So we might have a period of humid weather as well after the heat. Just keep that in mind as well. Let's go look at the sky forecast now. So this is sky forecast for tomorrow. Actually looks mostly sunny. The cirrus shield is just off to the west, so it looks like it would stay mostly sunny over Long Island. Tuesday, we might be dealing with a little more cirrus. And then Wednesday, we're in between the two again. So we probably would be mostly sunny. And then Thursday, probably that cirrus is going to try to work in here. And we have more clouds. This is the GFS. Of course, it doesn't have the highest resolution, so we'll go look at the NAM, which probably look completely different for tomorrow. So some clouds in the morning, and then it does pop up some cumulus in the afternoon. Don't think we have a nice clear sky tomorrow. That would be nice, but I don't think so. On Tuesday, I mean, with this kind of air mass, you're not usually going to get that. Tuesday, you're not. And that's as far as I got on the NAM. RGEM, a lot less clouds on the RGEM. So every model just handles this differently. RGEM says not that many clouds for Long Island tomorrow. It has mostly cloudiness over New Jersey and Connecticut, and it has mostly clear skies, especially over Suffolk County. Tuesday, some cirrus in the morning, and then maybe a few more clouds in the afternoon. And then it actually is Wednesday, although very hot, mostly sunny. So every model has different opinion on this, as far as the amount of cloud cover. But let's go look at. I want to look at something else called the Earth Null Site. Let me go to that. I want to look at something for a minute as far as air quality goes. What is this out in the ocean, by the way? I noticed this. What is this? Is that a tropical system? I'm going to have to look at that in a moment. Okay, so let's look at the air quality. And I'm looking at this just because I am wondering. Yep, we have elevated carbon monoxide. I knew it. I was feeling a little tired today. And sure enough, that's why we have elevated carbon monoxide. We didn't have that. We had that yesterday, and the day before we had a lot too. So, but you feel a little weak. You feel a little tired. That's why. This is all the products of combustion. And tomorrow it looks like it's going to be very bad again. Look at that. That is really bad. This is carbon monoxide in the air. Products of combustion. Not a lot of air circulation, so it's not enough to move it around. I mean, we have the worst air quality in the whole damn country. Look at this. This is really bad. So this is not good, and this is what I mean. With less people on transit, or a lot of people driving. If you notice, traffic has been worse than it's ever been. That's why. And you could thank our local government. You can thank the past 4 years of Trump. And you can thank people like moan about gas prices. Oh, they're too high. I think they're not high enough. Because people are just driving around like crazy when they should be taking public transportation. Sorry, but this is contributing a lot of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This is what you see as a result. Yeah, all right. So let me figure out what that thing is out in the Atlantic right now, if that's a tropical system or not. I know people, that's all the news that talk about the gas prices because of that pipeline. You can see. Yeah, this is not a tropical system, but this is definitely a very strong extratropical system that's out here in the middle of the ocean. That's for sure. Very strong extratropical system that's out there. If we could pull it up on windy, I don't think it's tropical, but we'll pull this up. Yeah, this is it right here. It's east of. This is the reason why the rocket launch, which I'm not even going to look at it. I'm sure it's been canceled. Let's actually look at NASA and figure out the latest with the. I'm sure they canceled the rocket launch. We're not going to be able to see it. Watch, they launch it tonight, but we have cloudy skies. Launch window opens. We're holding back the clock while the scientists wait for the clouds to clear out. We have cloudy skies. We're not going to be able to see a thing here. So the launch window opens at 8:04 and will be open until 8:54. But I don't think there's going to be clear skies over Bermuda, because you have this storm over here that's throwing a lot of clouds over to Bermuda. It's to the east of Bermuda right now. And if we pull up the clouds, you'll see Bermuda's got clouds. There's some breaks here, but there's plenty of clouds around. And some pretty strong winds around this system, too. We got some wind gusts up to 85 miles an hour. This is a pretty intense storm that's east of Bermuda. I'm wondering if it's a tropical system. I don't think it is. But let's look at the waves from this thing. Almost 20-foot waves east of Bermuda. So this is quite a storm. And this is the storm. The storm is the reason why we're having these delays with the rocket launches. But we're not going to be able to see a thing here because we have cloudy skies here. Mid-level clouds here. So if they do launch it, we're not going to be able to see a thing. I'm not going to go out there and look for it with these skies the way they are, unfortunately. I don't think they'll launch it because of the clouds. There's a lot of clouds around Bermuda right now. And just like I said, this is quite a storm. This is quite a storm that's east of Bermuda right now. And I'm surprised it's not being categorized as a tropical system. I'm going to go to the NHC, National Hurricane Center, and see if they've actually... No, they've not labeled this a tropical system. So it's probably just an extratropical system, but very intense extratropical system. So we're going to go ahead and look at the... I don't think it launches tonight. Let me see if I can find another... let me go to the... Nope, that's not the one. Actually, I could use this. That's fine. Let's see, Caribbean. Let's see if we can... U.S. Atlantic coasts. Let's see, Bermuda is... this is Bermuda over here. It doesn't really show any clouds over Bermuda, which I don't believe. But it's actually showing that there are no clouds over Bermuda. I don't know how true that is, though. Caribbean. Let's see. Bermuda's over here. Yeah, it's showing like a lot of little clouds, a lot of low clouds here. So we'll have to see if they launch it tonight. It's going to suck because we're not going to be able to see it, which really sucks. But it's because we're socked in. We're going to look at our clouds again. You'll see. We're just socked in into these clouds. So if they do launch it tonight, and Wallops Island actually, which is over here, I think it's cloudy over there. So they're not. I think it has to be clear at Wallops Island too. So the weather's not going to cooperate for them either. You can see plenty of clouds around. So I would be very surprised if it launches tonight. I don't think it's going to launch. So let's get back to the temperatures. I'll be very surprised if it does. Let's go back to the temperature forecast here using the Vent2Sky site. We'll look at tomorrow here. And you'll see we have a south flow. So the south flow is generally going to mean a sea breeze that'll keep the temperatures down. You can see how things warm up. Here's Tuesday. It does have a sea breeze on the south shore, but if you're in the middle of the county, North Shore, you're going to be closer to 80 degrees. If you're in New Jersey, this is using the ICON, you're well into the 80s. So South Shore, East End, the place to be. Let's go to Wednesday. And you'll see, yeah, well into the 80s. But if you're on the South Shore, you'll be in the 70s. So I guess I'm going to find myself on the South Shore a lot. Again, middle and New Jersey, you're going to get close to 90, I think, in Toms River. Wednesday, if not Wednesday, maybe Thursday's a little cooler. We have more of an easterly flow on Thursday. So that might help keep things cooler. But other than that, I mean, it's going to be hot. It's going to be getting hot. And we'll be watching the heat. Again, this is another reason why you want to be living on the South Shore if you don't like the heat. But, sorry, it's a matter of survival. The heat kills me.
Sorry, we only want to be with our own kind. You're not welcome.
Screw you, snobs.
You can go live in New Jersey.
No, it's even hotter there. Anyway, Don't like the heat. You know the way I am. I don't like the heat, and I'm not going to like the weather on Wednesday. So that's going to be it for this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.